Hello guys, and welcome to a new video tutorial about Swift programming. I'm Gabriel, and today I'm going to talk to you about an interesting topic that you will probably like if you are not aware of it already. If I was about to run a survey asking what's the most popular and most used function in Swift, then I have no doubt that the winner would be one, the print function. We use print all the time, and we use it everywhere. From just displaying values and results fast, up to quick and dirty debugging. It's the most favorite programming tool for most developers, if not all. However, have you ever asked yourself how print makes it possible to accept an arbitrary number of arguments? We can provide it with 1, 2, or more arguments depending on what we want to print, separating them with just a comma. But even more, have you ever wondered how it's possible to create your own functions and methods that can get an undefined number of arguments? Well, the answer to all that has a name, and it's called variadic parameters. Before I dive into a few examples, it's necessary to say first that a function with a variadic parameter is a function with a parameter that can accept 0, 1, or more arguments of the same type. To indicate programmatically that a parameter is variadic, there is just one thing to do: to append 3 dots after the parameter's data type. Inside the function, using the variadic parameter's value is quite straightforward. We treat it as an array. Going to an Xcode playground now, let's define a function that contains a variadic parameter. CreateSentence is a simple function that composes a sentence using the words given as arguments. In fact, provided words are joined into a string and they are separated with a comma character. Obviously, the produced sentence can be as long or as short as necessary, and it depends on the number of words we supply as arguments. Let's put CreateSentence function in action, and first let's call it with just a couple of arguments. Now, let's call it again, providing more words as arguments this time. Let's run to see both results printed. As you can realize, CreateSentence worked perfectly both times, and for a different number of arguments. Of course, and instead of having a variadic parameter, we can define the same function accepting an array of string values this time. Even though both functions look similar, there are two differences that must be highlighted. The first one, which is pretty obvious, is how we pass values to the function. In the first case, with a variadic parameter, we separate them with a comma symbol. In the second case, we provide them as an array of string values. The second difference, which I have already mentioned, is that a function with a variadic parameter can accept 0 arguments. Writing the following is absolutely fine. In the second overload of the CreateSentence function, we can still avoid providing any arguments. However, it's mandatory to pass an empty array. Continuing with the topic, variadic parameters can exist in a function along with other normal parameters, but there is a requirement to respect. The next parameter after the variadic one should have an argument label, so it's clear to the compiler which arguments are given to the variadic and which to the next parameter. See this example for instance. The purpose of the keepScores function is to keep an athlete's scores in various sports competitions. Along with the scores, the function also accepts the athlete's name. Finally, there is one more important thing you should know about variadic parameters. Up until Swift 5.4, a function could contain just one variadic parameter. However, since Swift 5.4 and Xcode 12.5, this has changed, and now functions can contain multiple variadic parameters. To see that, here is the implementation of another function that contains 3 variadic parameters. As it was already mentioned, the next one after each variadic parameter has an argument label. Also, all of them are treated inside the function as arrays. When this method gets called, we can provide as many values to each parameter as necessary. Here is, for instance, how we call it passing an arbitrary number of values for each parameter. Let's run to see what's printed on the console. So, that's all about variadic parameters. If you have been using arrays in order to provide multiple values as an argument, then consider start using variadic parameters and see if it looks easier to you. Thank you for watching up at the end, and check out the description for links on text tutorials about the same topic, both on my website and on Medium. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to be notified when a new video is published. And if you feel like it, subscribe to my newsletter so you are staying up to date with everything new I post on my website. So, until next time, take care and enjoy coding.